So we had a number of people email me over the last 3 days. I have been racking my brain trying to figure out what we're going to do. So I outlined this at the opening, but let me be as clear as I can. Right now in North America, there's a little bit of a problem. We are all in such a big hurry to race and so happy to race. We didn't realize that, think of it this way, as the year goes on, you have horses that get rested at certain times. You may have a 59, 58 trotter that you say, I don't want to race him in July and August, I'll get him ready for the fall. Everybody had March, April, and May off. Everyone. So all the horses in North America are ready to go. There's no rests. There's no, hey, we'll get him ready for the fall. And if there is, there's a very, very small amount. Don't take my word for it. Just go look at the entry boxes at every track in North America right now. It's increasingly difficult to get your horses in to go. So last week I'd floated the idea of selling a few of our Ohio breds that they aren't getting in full time. To race Excellent Nation in a condition claimer or an overnight or a fair is difficult. But for us to think that we can race 2 or 3 times a month a horse like Excellent Nation, maybe race him in the fair, the condition claimer a couple of times, you're not going to make any money. And one of our clients was nice enough to bring it to my attention and say, well, I didn't buy my piece of Excellent Nation to make money. I get that, and I understand that, and this isn't a stable based on a return on investment. But I have to be fair to everybody, right? If I look 90 days down the road, and I can tell you with a fair amount of certainty that your horse is not going to turn a profit in any of those 3 months, is that fair? Is that I know that a lot of the 1% people are going to be like, yeah, that's okay. It's not costing me a lot. But I have to be responsible also, right? We have lots of horses in the stable that are going to do well, probably. A lot of youngsters that are starting up with fairly decent, bright futures. And to keep horses that I know can't get in right now, right? That I know are not going to even remotely turn a profit. Keep them with a smile on my face and talk to you guys every week about how they're coming along is unfair. There's lots of people out there that think that I'm a car salesman or a snake oil salesman, or I'm just in it to fleece people. I think most people watching this video know that that's not true. It bothers me a lot that we can't get our horses in full time. It bothers me a lot when horses make mistakes, make breaks, don't get driven well, whether it's me or other people. It bothers me a lot because I'm an owner. I'm a partner of yours also in many of those horses. So we've opted for a dispersal sale Wednesday on Hoofbid. I can tell you who's in the sale right now. Just got done doing the videos. Alphabetical order. Enduring Strength is in the sale. The reason being, he's not a grassroots horse. We hoped he was, but he's not. We are going to enter him in the grassroots on Thursday. I've called the judges, and they said we're allowed to do this. Enter him in the grassroots on Thursday and sell him publicly Wednesday. The only sticking point is that he has to remain in Mario Bergeron's care until after the race. That's per the rules for public auctions. So Enduring Strength is going in the Hoofbid auction on Wednesday night. Excellent Nation. Excellent Nation is a horse we just can't get in. And the class we had him in, he doesn't fit anymore. So the class above that is faster, stronger. He can't get in every single week. To race him at the fairs would be exceedingly difficult. So we have to take a serious look at this and say, okay, what's it look like for Excellent Nation right now over the next 4 weeks? Times that by 3. 3 months. I can honestly say that racing Excellent Nation at Northfield is going to be difficult to turn any sort of profit with over the next 3 months. For us. You know, if you're a small hobby horseman out there and you want a horse to race, fine, Excellent Nation might be right up your alley. But we all know he's not a perfect horse. He's got his shortcomings, he's got his issues, and to think that we're going to race him for 3 months the way that we're racing him right now would be unfair to you or anybody else. Next up, Forged in Fire. I think this goes without saying. Forged in Fire's class went in 56-2 the other day. Forged in Fire is simply not ready to trot in 56-2, not for a while. So, do we move a condition claimer around to find a softer class for him somewhere else? It's not really fair to you. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to anybody. It's not fair to the horse. You know, the horse, I would love this horse to go to a small little trainer somewhere that just wants to race the horse, maybe lightly throughout the summer and stronger throughout the fall and winter. He'll do somebody some good. It's not going to be somebody here right now. So I have to be able to be responsible and say, this is a horse we should sell. And the next 3 horses on the thing were very difficult for me to pull the trigger on. Overdue Mission, I thought qualified great. Raced the other night, clearly sick. She trotted 34 seconds on the end of it. We had 3 horses in the barn sick. 2 of them were right beside her. You don't have to be to Colombo. You don't have to be Colombo to figure out what happened. She was a little bit sick after the qualifier. So overdue mission. And a valid question would be, how do you not know that? How do you not notice? It's simple. You know, when you're jogging horses and training them light, they're eating their supper. They don't carry temperatures. They're not coughing. It's very difficult to tell. But when you step on the gas and you need them to put out 105%, you can tell really quick they're sick. So overdue mission is on the list also. Rito Sunshine's on the list. This is a colt. We have 7 pacing colts. He's number 6 or 7th on the list. It wasn't that long ago at all. 58-3 in the mud for a 2-year-old pacing colt meant you're going to have a decent summer. Pretty decent summer. Till we watched the Grassroots go the other day, and 52-1 in with Adrenaline Rush. Thought we'd race Adrenaline Rush in that easy Grassroots his first start. 2/5 of a second slower than the Gold. 52-1 they went. So Rito Sunshine's going to look lost at 58-3, isn't he? Even if you say, okay, the track was off a second or two, he's going to pace 57. Tons of colts can pace 57 right now. So we have to take a look at, if we turn him out, is he going to get better? No, he looks fine right now. He's got his issues and his shortcomings, but at the same time, I think he's a horse we should probably explore selling. That's exactly what we're going to do. Now, the next horse, I can almost guarantee you, if you're out there looking for a horse, he'll be good in the future for someone. Rose Run Valiant, it's a disappointing situation because his brother, Catch a Dream, is such a nice horse, right? Almost made $1 million, full brother. Quite a while ago, but still a full brother. This colt caught a bell boot the other night and made a break. He was going to be 3rd in 57, 58. So I know this horse will do good somewhere. He's a maiden, doesn't have a lot of money made. He will do somebody some good somewhere. But I have to look at what he can do right now. The reason these Ohio horses ended up back up on the list, we entered them all for Wednesday. None of them got in. So it's hard to get our horses in right now. That is what has precipitated me putting these horses up for sale. That is where this dispersal sale came from and the importance of it taking place right now. It's because we can't get our horses in right now. It's very difficult to get them in. That will subside over the summer, but I can't tell you when. I don't know when. Rose Run Valiant's not a Buckeye horse, right? He's just not. So he's an overnight horse that we're going to hang on to for what? Till when? I can't answer either of those questions. So that's how he ended up on the sale board. Or in this dispersal sale, I should say. Sometimes things happen. Probably one of the most lovable horses you'll see. Except for Jason doesn't like him because he jumped on his foot. Remember Jason McGinnis broke his foot? This is the horse that jumped on his foot. And it was just, he wasn't being bad. He just, anyway. This horse won at Georgian Downs. Looked good. Luckily, we're going to have a good summer with this guy. I actually said this is going to be a Buckeye horse. We raced him in Ohio and he bled. Had to put him on Lasix, and I said to Jason the other day, how the hell are we going to race this horse in the fairs? There's no Lasix at the fairs. So where are we going to race him? He probably isn't a Buckeye horse, but he's actually a really nice horse to drive. It's a horse that I was really conflicted with. Probably a horse that I'm going to watch very closely. I'm not going to give any of these horses away. So if you're out there and you're wondering, what's the reserves? Message me. I'm obviously not going to tell you here. There are some horses we're going to have reserves on. But at the same time, this is a horse I'm going to watch carefully. I really like this horse. Surreal Love. Just a 2-year-old that's not a sire stake horse. He's not even an Excelsior A horse. He might be an Excelsior B horse. But he's not going to do us any good here in Ontario when he's an overnight New York horse. I like this horse. Doesn't do anything wrong. He's a 59 pacer. The world's full of them. So he will be a horse that probably somebody will buy to tinker around with in Saratoga or Monticello or Batavia or Buffalo, somewhere around there. Surreal Love is a likable horse, does his work well, just doesn't do enough of it. It's not his fault, just the way it is. Susie K, another tough horse to put on the list. I love this filly. There's nowhere to race her. Can't get her in. Again, this was the 3rd horse we entered. Excellent Nation, Rose Run Valiant, Susie K, none of them get in. Can't race Susie K twice a month. You know, go to the fairs or anywhere else and say, well, we could do good with her. No, we're not. We're just not going to. And I love Susie K, and I think she's going to make somebody a decent trotter. It's just not going to be us right now. So that's why Susie K is on the list. And last but not least, the Fat Cobra. Everybody was cheering for the Fat Cobra his whole life. I know I was. And it just didn't work out. You know, he gets at his knees a little bit. He'll grow out of that. As he gets more muscle in his shoulders, he'll grow out of that. But for now, he's at his knees a little bit. He's a 2-minute pacer. That's an eternity. You're closer to Pluto than you are a Sire Stakes victory with the Fat Cobra. But again, raceway horse, he'll make somebody. He'll be a good horse for somebody. He's likable, quiet, just a nice horse to be around. Just not fast enough. So that's where we're at with the sale. And for those of you, I just want to be abundantly clear. I'm not in a big hurry to have a fire sale and sell all these horses. I'm looking at, are we going to be able to make any money with these horses at the stable for you, our clients, at any point over the next 90 days? The reason they're on their list is because the answer is probably no. Not for us. They do somebody some good somewhere. Enduring Strength, be a nice horse somewhere, right? Rose Run Valiant, Susie K, Exclamation, all these horses Rito Sunshine, these horses will make somebody some good somewhere, do some good for them. It's just not here. And I know there might be some people out there saying, well, I like this horse and I'd like to see what he does later on. There are horses that aren't on this list because I agree. There are some horses we need to turn out. There are some horses that I'd like to focus on developing. This list isn't those. So I hope you understand, with it being so difficult, the reason that there's a sense of urgency is because this is an epidemic everywhere. Nobody's really talking about it, but all the entry boxes everywhere in North America are full. If you're an owner of Time All Houdini, right? Just for Me and You, Path of Totality, you know how hard it is to get those horses, how hard it was to get those horses in. They've left now. 2 of them are going to be gone to Pennsylvania. I'm talking about sending horses to Illinois. I just need to get our horses raced, but it's very, very hard right now. And these guys, they don't get on the ship. They don't get their life raft, right? So I think it just makes a lot of sense. And if you have any questions or you want to make an argument of why that particular horse or any of those horses shouldn't be sold, I'm all ears. Got big ears. Send me a message. Send me an email. I'm trying my hardest to do the best for everybody. I sat down the other day and said, enough is enough. Racing in 2020 right now, because of the COVID-19 and what it did to the industry, it'll let everybody rest their horses for 90 days. The industry's full. It's full of entries right now, and we're having a problem getting our horses in. It's a problem for me. It's a problem for you. It's a problem for the horses. So I think the best way to rectify that in this particular instance is to sell those particular horses. So that's where we're at with the sale. That is why we have these horses in the sale right now. We have other horses. Argento won the other night. We put him up for sale on Gate. Fair is fair. I can't complain about the industry being complacent and then be complacent. I see there's a problem in the industry. We can't be flat-footed when it comes to this. We have to be more fluid and agile and nimble, and this is one of those steps. So I hope you understand. I appreciate all the kind messages and the questions and the emails. Keep all the emails and the questions coming. I need everybody to understand why we do things the way we're doing them. In this particular instance, it's very important you understand. So I hope everybody had a great weekend and a great week and a great night. And we'll talk to you very soon.